Well, I thought I'd do this video, and it's not very composed. It's just sort of an angry video about how stupid the politicians are in this country and how they're fucking it over more and more every day. And of course it's innocent people like you and me that suffer from this, not the people who actually commit the crimes. So, what's happened now then? So, Weapon Collector did a good video on this, and you can look at his thing, or you can look at the GovUK thing on it. But basically, they're increasing the number of weapons that are outright banned, and other things that are in dodgy grey areas as well. So, funnily enough, I've got several videos already scheduled on this that I'd made before this law even came in. But part of it is sale of knives and things like that. They want to make it so your knives have to be delivered to somewhere where they can verify your age. Even though lots of sites have very good age verification anyway, that requires you to scan in ID that matches your name and all stuff like that. You know, that's apparently not good enough at this point. So that's kind of the most minor bit of it, assuming that, you know, there's somewhere close you can have it delivered to. That wouldn't bother me too much. For example, I have a post office that's like a mile down the road from me. I could have parcels delivered there. I do now and then, you know, now and again, and then pick them up from there. That's not the big part. The big part is that they're just outright looking at various things and trying to ban them. So, you know, swords, I had two swords. I had a falchion that I spent over £400 on because I had it commissioned for me, smithed for me. That's outright illegal to own now, so oops, I lost it. And my other sword, oops, I lost it. Yeah, so I've lost those because obviously owning them would be illegal in a couple of weeks when they push this legislation through. Wow. Yeah, so I'm assuming a lot of people are going to have to lose stuff that's going to be illegal, because the option, I guess, is going to be you can surrender it in and get no money for it. Because if they were honest about this, they'd at least do a buyback scheme where they give you the amount of money something is worth or not. And it completely takes the piss that they can say, well, if you spent hundreds and hundreds of pounds on a like actually nice sword, something like that, it's going to be banned outright. No money for it, you have to surrender it. No. Because, you see, criminals do not buy expensive swords or nice, you know, things like that to stab each other with. What they do is, as I've said many times, many other people have said, the official crime statistics say, they will buy the cheapest machetes, axes and knives possible, mostly kitchen knives. 90+% of stabbings in the UK is done with kitchen knives because they're easy to get. And they will use these kitchen knives to kill each other. Why? Because a kitchen knife is very efficient at killing somebody, same as a military knife. And if you're just simply using it to commit a crime and then disposing of it, obviously a cheap knife is the way to go. Another thing is they're actually making laws much stricter on various firearms, even though all the firearms deaths where they're going up per year are now carried out with illegal guns anyway. One of the things I think they wanted to ban now is 50 caliber firearms, despite the fact I don't think there's ever been a criminal shooting done in the UK with a 50 caliber firearm. It's for like range enthusiasts to use. And I think there was something about semi-automatic 22 guns as well, or 22 long rifle. So basically, if you have a Ruger 1022, I assume that's going to be banned now, because simply, you know, well, we have to ban absolutely everything, even if criminals are using guns smuggled in from Eastern Europe, pistols and submachine guns and Kalashnikovs, and, you know, can't have that. What we have to do is ban you from owning them. So, the way I see it, the UK is turning into far more of a police state. I'm definitely a thought criminal by this point, no doubt about that. I'm probably going to have a whole list of crimes soon that I've done, you know, on innocent of being somebody who always worked hard for my money and just had interests that might not coincide with what the government wants me to do. So we had this false flag Novichok thing recently that's obviously all come out, and now they're backtracking on it, and now I think there's another thing in Syria they're trying to blame the Russians on because they really want their wars, don't they? So the way I look at it, the actual people who are committing the most crimes are those in government,